So, hi and Assalamualaikum. It's me again, your teacher Hafiza. So, today we will proceed with our lesson, which is Biology Form 4, Chapter 2.4, which is Level of Organizations in Multicellular Organism. So, first of all, we need to know our learning standards of this chapter 2.4, Levels of Organizations in Multicellular Organism. The first one, 2.4.1, at the end of the lesson, students able to make a sequence of levels of organizations in multicellular organism. Number 2, 2.4.2, students able to identify cells, tissue or organ in organ system. And for the last one, 2.4.3, which is students able to communicate about organ system with their main functions. So now we will learn about the definitions of term in levels of organizations in multicellular organism. So we have 5 levels of organization, which are cell, tissue, organ, system, and organism. So the first one is cell. Definitions of cell. Cell is the basic units of all living things. Next, tissue. Tissue is a group of similar cells that work together to perform a particular function. Tissue, and then we move on to organ. Organ is a group of different tissue that work together to perform a particular functions. Next, system. System is a group of different organ that work together to perform a particular functions. And the last one, we have organism. Organism is multiple organ system that work together to form an organism.
Levels of organization. When building a city, you start with bricks. Many bricks joined together makes a wall. Walls working together make a building, and many buildings complete the city. The human body is put together in a similar way. Humans start with cells. Many cells joined together make tissue. Tissue working together make an organ, and many organs make an organ system. Cells are the smallest living part of an organism. Some examples of cells in the human body are brain cells, lung cells, and bone cells. When cells of similar structure and function join together, they form tissue. A group of brain cells is called brain tissue. A group of lung cells is called lung tissue. And bone cells joined together is called bone tissue. When a group of tissues that perform a specific function join together, they form organs. Brain tissue comes together to make your brain. Your brain is an organ. Lung tissue comes together to make your lungs. And bone tissue comes together to make individual bones. An organ system is a collection of organs working together to perform jobs. Your brain is a part of the nervous system. Your brain, spinal cord, and nerves work together to collect and process information. Your lungs are a part of the respiratory system. Along with the diaphragm and others, they help you breathe. All of the bones in your body are a part of the skeletal system. Bones, cartilage, ligaments, and tendons give your body structure and support. So from smallest to largest, your body is made up of cells, tissue, organs, and then organ systems. These are the levels of organization.
So now we'll move on to systems in our body. We have 11 systems in total in our body. So the first one we will learn about endocrine system. endocrine system is the endocrine gland that secretes hormone. So the main functions for endocrine system is to coordinate body activities with nervous system. So for endocrine system, we have hypothalamus, thyroid gland, pituitary gland, parathyroid, adrenal gland, pancreas, ovary, and testes. So next we have respiratory system. Main functions of respiratory system is to help us exchange oxygens and carbon dioxide gases between inside the body and the external environment. So for respiratory system, we have upper respiratory tract and lower respiratory tract. Upper respiratory tract, we have nasal cavity, pharynx, glottis, larynx, and lower respiratory tract, we have trachea, bronchus, bronchioles, lung, and diaphragm. So next we have reproductive system. For reproductive system, it's divided into two parts, which is for males and for females. So for male, its functions are to produce sperm and male hormone, and for females, it produces ovum and female hormones. So for reproductive system, for male organ, we have testes, prostate gland, and penis. And for female organ, we have ovary, uterus, fallopian tube, vagina, and cervix. Next, we have muscular system. The main functions of muscular system is to relax and contract, to produce movement in different parts of the body. So for muscular system, we have skeletal muscles, smooth muscles, and cardiac muscles. So next we have lymphatic system. Lymphatic system main functions is to maintain balance of bodily fluids and to prevent infectious disease. So in lymphatic system, we have spleen, lymph node, and lymph vessel. Next, we have nervous system. Nervous system main functions is to detect and send informations in the body, the entire body, and as well as to coordinate body activities. So in nervous system, we have brain, spinal cord, and peripheral nerve. So next we have blood circulatory system. For blood circulatory system, it helps us transport three things in our body, which are nutrients, respiratory gases, and waste product. In blood circulatory system, we have heart, artery, vein, and blood capillary. Next, we have digestive system. For digestive system, main functions is to digest food into a simpler form for easy absorptions. In digestive system, we have mouth, esophagus, stomach, liver, pancreas, small intestine, and large intestine. Next, urinary system. For urinary system, main functions is to help us eliminate waste product such as urea and uric acids from our body. In urinary system, we have kidney, ureter, ligament, and tendon. Next, skeletal system. For skeletal system main functions, it helps us to support the body. Next, it helps us to protect the internal organs. Next, it provides us a base for muscle additions. In skeletal system, we have bone, cartilage, ligament, and tendon. So for the last system in human body is the integumentary system. Integumentary system main function is to help us to protect the body from physical injury, infections, and dehydrations. Unlike others, integumentary system only have one organ, which is skin.
Welcome to Moo Math and Science. In this video, I'd like to show two ways to help memorize the 11 organ systems of the human body. The organ systems are made up of organs that work together to create an organ system. And then the organ systems work together to keep the organism, or you, alive. Let's first review the 11 major organ systems of the body. Let's begin with the digestive, then the endocrine, and then we have the reproductive system. Then we have the muscular, the urinary, and the respiratory system. Then we have the skeleton, the lymphatic, the integumentary. Next we have the nervous circulatory, and there are the 11 major systems. Now let's look at 2 mnemonic devices to help us memorize these. Now you may use the cardiovascular for the circulatory and the skeletal for the skeleton, but I think this one. The first mnemonic device will be Murder's Link. The M stands for muscular, the U, urinary, R, reproductive, D, digestive, E, endocrine. Then the L is lymphatic, I is integumentary, N is nervous, and C is the circulatory, or you may call it the cardiovascular. If you don't like that one, you can try My sister Rachel is extremely nervous because Uncle Don lied recently. And this stands for the My is muscular, the S is skeleton, the Rachel is reproductive, the I is integumentary, the E is endocrine, nervous is nervous, the C is circulatory, the U is urinary, Don is digestive, L is lymphatic, and the recently is the respiratory. So there's 2 mnemonic devices to help you remember the major organ systems of the human body.
So other than human system, we also learn about the plant system. So lastly, for the system is the plant system. The plant system, we have 2 systems, which is shoot system and root system. For shoot system, it's usually the upper part of the plant, which is the on the ground, it's on the soil part of the plant. So it's involve flower, fruits, stem and leaf. So for flower, it's involved in pollination process. Fruits, it's to protect the seeds. Stem is to provide support to the plant, and then for leaf is to help in photosynthesis process. Next we have root system, and the only functions of root system is to absorb water and mineral salt from the ground. So that's all from me, your teacher Fiza. So we will see you next class, and we will get into chapter 3. Thank you, class. Bye.